Hello everybody, Wrestling Guy here for another episode of Wrestling Guy Versus, and today we'll be talking about NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 3, August 19th, 2017. I know this one is a little far behind, as I explained in my other videos. I got a little behind, life happened, as you do, but now I'm doing it, I'm getting to it. I'm going to try and keep these reviews spoiler free because a lot has happened between August 19th and now. I believe today is February 5th, 2018, but we will do our best. So, NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 3. The first match of the evening is Johnny Gargano versus Andre Cien Almas, who now has his new manager, Selena Vega, who used to wrestle in TNA and is the wife of Austin Aries, if I'm not mistaken. She's actually really good. These guys are both really good, and this match is fantastic. I love the slingshot DDT that Johnny Gargano does, the meet in the middle kick, also the slingshot spear that Johnny Gargano does, but when he does it once and gets a 2, and then when he goes for another one, it gets countered into a faceplant. And the rule of wrestling is you never do a move more than once because the wrestler will see it coming the second time. Johnny does a head scissors into the Gargano escape, his shoulder lock thing that he does, but Andre spins out into a roll-up, which he lifts up into a buckle bomb. The running knees that Almas does into the corner it's like 2 7/8, very close. Gargano hits some super kicks, because everybody hits super kicks, and super kicks don't really mean anything anymore because everyone does them. He also does the lawn dart, where Gargano gets Almas up on his shoulders, runs from one end of the ring to the other, and just tosses him face first into the turnbuckle. And just as Johnny is about to put Almas away, Vega grabs a DIY shirt, throws it in the ring, and this distracts Gargano, and Almas gets the hammerlock DDT, which I really like. That move looks really good, and gets the pin. A really good match, really hot opener. No problem at all with the match or the ending. The whole specter of Tommaso Ciampa following Gargano around, he's out with an injury, is great. So I don't have a problem with that at all. After that, they show Kurt Angle, Daniel Bryan, Billy Kay, Peyton Royce, No Way Jose, and others in the skybox. Corey Graves comes out, Raw and SmackDown now announcer, to do commentary on the next match. It is the Authors of Pain defending their tag titles against Sanity. I actually like the AOP. They're young guys. I think they're like 23. But they're power guys, they're bigger guys, and they're bulkier. I like that. Not everyone has to be 6'5", 280 pounds of muscle. It's nice to have some variety. And these guys can move, and they can go, so I have no problem with that. Sanity, I never really liked Eric Young. See my review on TNA, but this seems to be working for him. Alexander Wolf, I like. I think he's got a unique look and a unique style. I'll love Nikki Cross. Nikki Cross is fantastic. And Killian Dane, I actually saw as Big Damo in What Culture Pro Wrestling in the UK scene. He's great, so no problem with that. The one big spot of the match that I want to hit on is Nikki Cross gets in the ring when the Authors of Pain and Sanity are fighting on the outside, and she looks like she's going to get up and go and climb the top rope and jump out. But Paul Ellering, the AOP's manager, stops her, and as the referee is telling Paul Ellering to get out of the ring, she jumps up anyway and jumps off the top rope and gets caught by one of the AOP. When she does, Killian Dane comes running across the side and does a flying crossbody, and the three of them just go crushing through a table on the outside. That really had to suck, being sandwiched between two 300-pound men. So, after that, Sanity sees their opening, and they get the belly-to-back middle rope neck breaker combo they do off the rope, and 1, 2, 3, we have new tag team champions, Sanity. This match didn't have a chance to be boring because so much was going on, and I love matches like that, where it's just a fast pace, and they go, and they do what they can, and they just try to make it as exciting as possible. No complaints. After the match, Kyle O'Reilly, who you're sensing a theme, I actually went to the What Culture Canada tournament for the Pro Wrestling World Cup and saw Kyle O'Reilly wrestle twice. He's great. And Bobby Fish, who I'm not familiar with, they come out and they beat up Sanity and hit the total elimination. on, I believe it's Eric Young. These guys are great. Apparently, they're former Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions. So, yeah, I mean, more tag teams are great. These guys are really talented. Also, repping Canada. Nothing wrong with that. So, yeah, I mean, this show's on a roll. Next, they bring out Jim Ross, who's going to do commentary on the next match. It's Hideo Itami versus Aleister Black. This match is just a bunch of really sick kicks, strikes, and the whole story is Hideo Itami demands respect. You will respect him for the things he can do in the ring, or else. At one point, Aleister Black tries to do a lion salt, nearly botches it, but does get it. Hideo moves forward so the legs can hit him. It looked good. After that, there's some strikes. There's a falcon arrow, and then Hideo takes off the knee pad. But Black kicks out of the GTS, which Itami tries to hit. Itami demands respect and runs right into Black Mass that knocks him out. And Aleister Black is your winner. I like the idea of Hideo only losing because he lost the narrative. He demanded respect, didn't feel he was getting it, and that's what cost him. Stuff like that keeps everybody strong. Black gets the win. Hideo can crow about the fact that it wasn't fair, or he wasn't ready, or what have you. And it continues his story that he's still not receiving the respect that he deserves. NXT is so good at doing these stories. I don't understand why it's so hard for the main roster. Please feel free to tell me in the comments. I look forward to that. After that, they show Bayley and Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch. They're in the audience. And next up is Asuka defending the NXT Women's Championship against Ember Moon. This is her second shot at defeating Asuka. The things I want to mention are an STO that Asuka does. Mauro Ranallo actually says what it stands for. It stands for Space Tornado Ogawa. I did not know that, and I'm sure I'll forget it, but for now I know that, so good stuff. I'm going to say that the one major thing I want to say about this is the match is going on and going on and going on, and then Ember goes to the top looking for her one shot and actually hits the Eclipse for 1, 2. No, she still can't put Asuka away even with her best shot, and then she gets put into the Asuka lock and she tries to fight and she tries to reach the rope, but she can't do it, and she taps out, and Asuka is still undefeated in NXT and still the NXT Women's Champion. What a fantastic performance. I will say this every time I see one of these two. I still say the end game here is Ember Moon goes to the main roster, and she is the one to defeat Asuka. They have fantastic matches, and this was no different. Nobody is ready for Asuka. After that, they show Kevin Owens and Samoa Joe in the audience. And the main event is the NXT champion Bobby Roode defending against Drew McIntyre, of former 3MB fame. This match was okay. I don't know. I just felt like there was something missing. But, it wasn't bad by any means. Drew tries to go for the Celtic Cross, but it's countered into a running power bomb for 1, 2, but no. Drew ends up hitting the Claymore, which is his running kick, single leg drop kick that he does. But Roode's foots are on the rope, so kick out there. Roode heads outside, so Drew does a freaking no-hands dive over the top rope to the end. This guy is 6'5", 260 pounds. That's impressive. He tries to do the Claymore again, but it gets countered into a spine buster. The glorious DDT, and everyone thinks that's going to be it. 1, 2, no, Drew McIntyre will not stay down. He sets up for the glorious DDT again, but and hits it. Roode picks him up for a third, and then the Claymore hits Bobby straight in the face. And 1, 2, 3, 2 out of the 3MB members are world champions in the WWE. If I were you, Brock Lesnar, I'd be worried. Heath Slater is coming for you. Yeah, a good match, and I'm glad to see Drew McIntyre as the NXT champion. That's great. I really hope he can make it back to the main roster. I was always a fan of his. Still say he needs Broken Dreams as his theme song. This new one doesn't really do it. After that, Drew gets jumped by the debuting Adam Cole, baby! And they've got a stable now. It's Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish, and that's great. These guys are probably going to have fantastic matches going forward, so I see no reason why I wouldn't like this. NXT just does it. They just, every time they pull out the great matches, the great stories, everyone is just on point. It's great. No complaints. If you have not seen this pay-per-view, go watch it. You won't be disappointed. So yeah, I really don't have many complaints. I know people prefer when I hate stuff, but this was great. So thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to stick around for my review of SummerSlam 2017, the show that would never end. I really don't know if I like this. These big four pay-per-views have to be like 8 goddamn hours long. But anyway, I'll review it, and I will see you then.
What a story, Mark.